Hey guys! So, today I'm going to be talking a little bit about monochromatic makeup. What is it? And I'm going to give you some tips on how to make it work. Okay, monochromatic makeup is when you take one specific color and use it over and over again in your makeup look. And I'm seeing this more and more in magazines, editorial type pictures and articles, and I'm seeing it on celebrities at events, and it's becoming a thing. It's always been a thing, but it kind of comes and goes in popularity. Lately, I personally have been obsessed with rose gold. You may have noticed if you read the description box of my videos, you may have noticed that you keep seeing the same nail polish over and over again. That is because when my manicure chips, I take it off and do it all over again with the same polish because this color just speaks to me right now. And it is CoverGirl Outlast Stay Brilliant Nail Gloss in Rose Gold. I should do it with the label showing. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've been just obsessed with rose gold lately. So I thought, what if I did a monochromatic makeup look today with rose gold? So that is what I did. That is what I have on. Now you might be looking at this thinking to yourself, well, I see some rose gold, but I don't see a lot. That's because one of the ways that you can make a monochromatic look work better for you is to take whatever color you're using. It doesn't have to be rose gold, whatever color you're really into at the moment, and use different depths of color. For example, the main color that I see when I look at this makeup look as far as which one looks the most rose gold is probably my lid shade. So let's start there. Let's talk a little bit about what I did for my eyeshadows. On my brow bone highlight and inner corners, I used a gold. I used ColourPop Let Me Explain. It's just a shimmery gold. And then for a transition shade, I took ColourPop Bel-Air, which is just a matte light brown, I'm going to say. And I did that for a transition shade. Then in my crease, I used MAC Haux, which is a matte mauve shade. And then on my lids, I did ColourPop Come and Get It. This is a dual chrome rose gold eyeshadow. Now if I tilt it, you see the rose and the gold flashes. By the way, the reason why I have all four shadows in this palette today is not just because I use these four shadows to do my look, but I also wanted to mention that MAC eyeshadows fit in the ColourPop palettes. Just figured I'd give you a heads up on that. And if you order a quad from ColourPop, if you order 4 eyeshadows, you get the palette for free. But just make sure if you do that, that they have that promotion going on, because sometimes they run out of palettes. I don't know exactly what is going on the website right now, but yeah, things come and go, and just make sure before you hit that submit button that you do get the palette added in there, because I guess some people were having problems where they weren't getting it because of the way they were doing it, and like I said, sometimes the palettes run out. But anyways, yeah, the MAC shadows, the Pro Pans, fit in the ColourPop palettes. Now in yesterday's video, I used the ColourPop shade Stay Golden, and that is normally what is in that slot right there, but I took it out and I put the MAC Haux in there because I really like these 4 colors together better than the original 4 that I had picked out. Stay Golden to me, I don't know, it just doesn't work with the other colors. Well, mainly, I don't feel like it works well with Come and Get It. I thought it would, but sometimes when you order things online, you know, you look at the pictures and then you see it in real life and you use it and you're like, nah, this just isn't quite right. So I thought this would work better, and I like the way that that came out. But anyways, getting back to the actual colors themselves. So this shadow is rose gold, and then I used the mauve because mauve, plum, rose gold generally all work well together. If you use too much of one color in a look, it can all look like washed out, and you need to have some sort of balance or secondary color to offset the color that you're working with, which someone might be thinking, well, doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of doing monochromatic makeup? Not necessarily. Monochromatic makeup generally means doing a bunch of one color in a look. It doesn't mean that you have to use every single product that particular color. So plum, mauve, rose is my secondary color that I'm picking up to work with my rose gold. And then the brown transition and the gold highlight just are basic colors that you could use in lots of looks. But of course I used a gold to complement the rose gold that I put on my lids. Okay, and then for my face highlight today, I used thebalm marylou-manizer because this is a gold highlight that would tie in well with the eye highlight that I used. And then for my blush today, I have on Physicians Formula Plum Rose Blush because, again, this is plum rose color is my secondary color that will tie in with the MAC Haux crease color that I used. And then on my lips, here's where it gets a little interesting. This is Milani Amore Matte Metallic Lip Cream in the shade Materialistic. This is number 2. And this is a rose gold, but it is a very deep rose gold. And so even though this is a different type of rose gold than what I have on my eyes, it's still a rose gold, and it can, these two shades, the lid shade from ColourPop, Come and Get It, and the lip shade can still qualify as a rose gold, but this is a deeper, much deeper shade. Because if I had done the exact same color on my lips as I did on my lids, like I said, sometimes it can make you look a bit washed out. So it's good to use different depths of color, but what you don't want to use is different tones of color. And that's kind of important when you're putting the look together. You want to make sure that you stay on one spectrum of tone, in this case, warmth. Everything that I used has got some warmth to it. Now, when I first got the Physicians Formula Butter Blush, for some reason I was thinking that this was a cool tone, but the more I use it, the more I feel like it's almost neutral. Like this can go with just about anything. And it's a plum rose, but see what I mean? When you look at it, it kind of looks cool sometimes if you put it with cool makeup, but then if you put it with warm makeup, it picks up the warmth of the colors. It's very versatile. So yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and for my bronzer today, instead of doing my Physicians Formula bronzer that I always do, I did NARS Laguna, which is a much deeper, warmer bronzer than what I normally do. Like I said, I usually use the Physicians Formula, and that was because I wanted to play up the warmth of all the other colors and sort of tie it in together, where I went deeper on the lips. I was a little worried when I put this look together about the fact that the lips are metallic and then the lid shade is also metallic, but because it's a lighter color and you know it doesn't have as much depth of color to it, I figured I could get away with it and it wouldn't be too much. But I wouldn't do like a bold metallic eye look and then also do a bold metallic lip look. I think it's better to sort of balance out the depth of color. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, I've been kind of obsessed with rose gold lately, but you could take all these same concepts and tips and apply it to just about any particular color that you're obsessed with, because I go through phases with colors. Like, for the last week or so, I've been really into rose gold, but next week it'll probably be something else. Before this week, I was really fixated on browns, and I mean, brown, a lot of people think, oh, brown is so boring. It's not boring at all. There are so many variations on the color brown. And I mean, you can have different tones of browns, different depths of browns, but it can be the same thing with just about any color. And it's really fun to take a color, build a look around it, try to figure out what is going to be a complementary second color, and then go from there. It's a little more challenging to put your look together that way. All right, I will see you next time. I have a short sleeve shirt on today because it's going to be 60 degrees today. Yes, I live in New England and it's going to be 60 degrees, but tomorrow we're getting a major snowstorm. I mean, we're going to get buried. I can feel it. I have arthritis in my knee, and when we are going to get a big storm, my knee starts to ache. So my knee is telling me that tomorrow is going to be a major snowstorm, but the weather, the meteorologist people are saying that too. We have an old saying in New England: if you don't like the weather, just wait a minute, because it will change. And that's exactly the case. I mean, today's going to be sunny and 60 and beautiful. Tomorrow's going to be a blizzard. So, yeah, it just changes so much from one day to the next. All right, thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.